bullying,
the Me Too movement against sexual harassment,
masculinity.
Oh, the Gillette commercial. Will I be covering it? Will I? Let me think. Yeah. Oh yeah, it's happening. I'm gonna be on this story like a white shadow. Alright, I'm gonna D it up. Some tenacious D.
Okay, let's see what you got, White Shadow.
I think salami's open. That was a trouble!
Whatever you say, Chip.
Oh, I see. We're playing prison rules, huh?
Because there's many different angles to look at here, and I'm going to do many videos, and for once in my life, I'm not going to stuff it all into one video and make it an hour long. I'm breaking this thing apart because of that sweet, sweet AdSense revenue. No, none of these will be monetized as I add music to my videos because I'm artistic like that. I like music, I like dance, or what the toxically masculine out there would refer to as, you're gay. Even though I am attempting to reclaim song and dance for straight people in the proud footsteps of John Travolta. That was a terrible example. Okay, so what are we talking about? We're talking about Gillette, you're all glorified rapists. Gillette came out hard, they came out swinging, they came out with a message, they want their brand to be associated with progress, third wave feminism, they've completely turned their back on meninism. This video does not uplift men. It is an uninvited criticism of men. Gillette essentially said, men, we need to have a talk. So please join me while we have a talk, you and I. And when I say talk, I mean I'm gonna talk and you're gonna listen, as always. Okay, so let me start by saying I'm not going to do the typical YouTube thing. I haven't watched any YouTuber's reaction to this video because most of YouTube is unwatchable. But I can assume that all the usual suspects have come out and they're in an uproar because gender politics. So all these dudes who have a major chip on their shoulder when it comes to women are gonna spurg and they're gonna go, oh my, now they're coming after the man of... it started with Gamergate, and then it went to Comicsgate, and now we're in Shavergate. Is nothing sacred? So I'm gonna start by not going down that path, and I know there's a fucking sea of impotent rage from a bunch of bitch-ass men out there who have irrational feelings towards women. Now, this can loosely be called misogyny. But misogyny, there goes Devin, he's one of them. If you have spent a 10-second period on the internet, you are aware of this thing, which is animosity towards women. I think it's based in sour grapes. I think it's based in, hey, these women didn't fuck me in high school. They're still not fucking me. God damn it. This is difficult to deal with because my body, here's the weird thing. My body thinks that I am sexually successful because of all my fapping, and yet my mind knows that none of that is real, and that women think I'm grotesque. So therein lies a severe cognitive dissonance and resentment. The men don't take that out on themselves. They don't think, oh, maybe I should improve if I want to get the thing that I want. No, they take it out on the women who are just innocent pawns who are like, dude, have you seen yourself? You're fucking grotesque. I don't want anything to do with you. Go back to your fapping and gaming. So I'm going to lay out a few caveats before I get into this heinous commercial. And that is, men create the lion's share of bullshit in this world, especially young men. I'm talking about aggression, I'm talking about testosterone. I'm talking about rageful, violent, asshole bitch men. Those dudes exist. And also, in terms of the sea of misogyny and the just retarded rage that dudes have towards women, a lot of that is more just sound and fury signifying nothing. It's always been there, but these loser bitches will never say that to you in person or in public. So they're not going to go up to a woman at a coffee shop, oh, you, they're not, fuck you and your blue hair and your wage gap. No, they're not going to say that. But online, given the shield, the pussy shield of anonymity, oh, they're gonna complain and they're gonna whine. And so that's why we notice so much hatred and resentment towards women online. Oh, it's toxic as fuck. And I'm not even remotely afraid to say that. That's all true. But here's the point. It comes across as completely pompous and sanctimonious and insulting that a company like Gillette takes it upon themselves to better the world with a commercial. Dude, you're in business. Sell your product, make the freaking clientele feel good about themselves. And if you want to offer criticism to just men, you might want to consider a compliment sandwich. We haven't done anything to you, Gillette. We're not bad dudes. And if you are talking to us using a just wide net to say most of you men are kind of fucked up and scummy, then we're going to be offended by that because the lion's share of the people you're talking to are not these guys. So what are we to take from this? What have we ever done to you, Gillette? We've just made you rich. I use Gillette, razors, and shaving cream. Now I'm just going to go with what I call Patriot Foam, which is just you cum on your face and use that. Use that. I would say hashtag Patriot Foam, join the movement, and it's like sanctions against Gillette, basically. So, could you at least have said, hey, men, a lot of you are awesome, you do great, you raise your family, you go to work, you're respectful, you're great citizens, hooray for men. However, we do have some notes for some of you. They didn't frame it like that at all. The first shot of the fucking commercial is like, men, you suck balls. It's like, Jesus Christ. Could you warm us up a little bit? I mean, when they killed Joe Pesci's character in Goodfellas, at least they told him he was a made man and they were patting him on the back. Then they took him into a room where there was a bunch of plastic sheets on the ground and he goes, oh no. Damn it. So Gillette, before you cap us in the back of the head, could you fluff us a bit? Have we been that bad? I mean, essentially, it's the same problem I have with third wave feminists. They will talk to a crowd of people, a crowd of men, or direct their conversation at men and say, rape is bad. Sexual assault is bad. And it's like, hello? We know. We fucking know. Who do you think you're talking to? You think you're talking a rapist off the ledge? I mean, do you not recognize that it's a fucking insult to our human decency to suggest that we don't know those things? Or we don't abide by those things? Good Lord. Your premise is that we're all sexual maniacs. The only response to that is fuck off, you self-righteous cunt. All right, so let's watch this ad. Looks like we have Idris Elba here, or I guess the budget version of him, looking dejected because he's not the next James Bond yet. Here we go.
Bullying.
The Me Too movement against sexual
Toxic
harassment.
masculinity.
So why is this guy in tears? And in the background, we're hearing the Me Too movement and bullying and toxic masculinity. So is this a guy who was a big Harvey Weinstein guy? And he's just sort of broken up about the fact that it's not even that Harvey Weinstein wasn't who he thought he was. It's that he kind of supports the lifestyle of Harvey Weinstein and all that he did. And he's like, damn it, the party's over. I guess I'm just a toxically masculine, bully, sexual harassing man who wants to shave his face. That's who this is directed at?
Is this the best a man can get?
A ginger is rarely the best a man can get. I like that even Gillette can't find an old Gillette commercial that's not 240p. Here's a quick question. It's a great transition, dudes running through a movie theater. Who does that? Have you ever in your life seen anybody run through a movie theater? I mean, what the fuck is this?
Is it? We can't hide from it.
Okay, let me just point out here now, what we're not hearing and what we're not talking about is A, the fact that that woman needs to wear Spanx, and B, are they suggesting women don't bully? Women bully people to the point of suicide all the time. Bullying is part of childhood. I'm against bullying. I think it's a very real problem. I think that the internet has inflamed it. But to try to make this a male thing seems like a very odd choice. Women, you're not innocent on this front.
Harassment is taking over.
Okay, I'm going to state right now, I'm going to be doing a separate video on another egregious part of this video, which is the racial politics going on. So if you look at the screen right there, that is not a cartoon from the 40s or 50s that you're watching. That is a cartoon that is meant to look like it was made back in the day, but that was made recently. One of the ways you can tell is, well, first of all, the horizontal lines over it, that's kind of, they went over the top with it. They put a layer on top and they changed the layer style. That's not actually what old cartoons look like. Whoever made that was not subtle, and it's not a good effect. But secondarily, old cartoons like that did not have interracial groups of men whistling at women. So right there, you see that guy in the bottom? He looks like a white guy they just painted brown, but it's supposed to be a person of color. Not in a million years would you find that in an old cartoon. So that was highly intentional, what they just did there. But again, I will be talking about who in this video is portrayed as a bad man and who is portrayed as a good man. And when we count up the number of blacks and whites on each of those fronts, you might be shocked, you probably won't be shocked.
It's been going on far too long.
Right, so are you telling me it's not okay to walk up to your maid and grab her ass? Gillette, do you think we do that? Answer that question. Do you think we do that? Gillette, follow-up question. Do you think we have good-looking maids? That whole idea that the French maid, that's a myth. My family has had the same Mexican maid forever. Her name is Lupe. She's 70-something years old. I do not look at her in a sexual light. I am sorry. And here we have a guy wearing beads, could be Mardi Gras down in New Orleans. He's throwing up, what is that, the Devil's Pitchfork? Is he a metalhead? All right, well, he's throwing up a metal sign, and he's got beads that look like they're from New Orleans. This is basically Phil Anselmo with hair. And we have a blonde girl. She seems to be happy, I guess. And there's a guy behind her, and he seems to be grinding, and this is a problem. So I don't know. Spring break is problematic, I guess. I don't know what happened here.
We can't laugh it off.
Who's the daddy?
What I actually think she's trying to say.
Making the same old...
Yeah, oh, God. You know what? I relate to that so much. You know, there are people in my line of work, atheistic YouTubers, and some of them don't have dicks. It's weird. I don't know what they think they're doing or who they think they are, but they make videos like Jacqueline Glenn, and she does videos and she talks about atheism and how Christianity is stupid and whatnot. Now she just does videos highlighting her latest YouTube boyfriend and repeating the same fucking pattern, Jacqueline, the same pattern. Oh, but right, we're in the honeymoon phase of this one, so okay, we're still good. And I feel like just saying, Jacqueline, be quiet and let me translate what you just said into logical man talk so we can all make sense of it. Yeah, I guess I'm that guy.
Excuses.
Boys will be boys. Boys will be boys.
Can I just say, I love that guy's voice. Boys will be boys. This guy, I mean, we got to get him in a mob movie or something. Boys will be boys. What is that? Years of smoking?
Boys will be boys.
But something finally...
I mean, these guys aren't half bad. Look, they got corn. They're doing corn on the cob. That's like, they're health nuts. If you're putting corn on your barbecue, even if it's along with sausages and meat, you're basically a vegan. Oh, but a quick little preview about my video about the racial demographics of this commercial. Take a look at this lineup of white men. I was at a Whole Foods in LA, waiting in line for the cashier, and I didn't see as many white men as I'm seeing here.
Changed.
Allegations regarding
Oh my God, and there is Anna Kasparian with her oddly non-symmetrical butchered hook nose. Anna Kasparian. How did she make it into this? And what is she reporting on? Harvey Weinstein. Stein. I'm not trying to be anti-Semitic here. I don't know how to pronounce his name. Love those Jews. Thank you, Anna, for reading whatever CNN article you brought up. You're really great at that teleprompting. Things have changed, guys. Hook-Nose Anna talks about how sexual harassment is bad. You know, we didn't realize that until current year. You guys remember 2015, 2014, when we were just like, high five, guys, let's go sexually harass women. Cool.
sexual assault and sexual harassment.
But she says
Nice choice with the TV shape, guys. Word to the wise, we haven't had TVs that are shaped like that since the 1980s. You can kind of tell because the logos of the various TV channels you're trying to replicate never get cut off by the TV. Whoever did the After Effects on this has failed. I am superior. I am better than them. Much better.
And there will be no going back.
Who gives a fuck about going back when you have sideburns like that? And a Jufro? If you have sideburns and a Jufro like that, you're only thinking about going forward, boldly, where no man has gone before.
Because we...
Uh-oh, guys. It's a Pakistani / Indian / Middle Easterner who is well-shaven and who likes himself as he looks into the mirror. He is a person of color and he is good.
We believe in the best in men.
Men need.
And then they cut to a young white guy who barely has a need to shave, but he hasn't been tainted by his whiteness and his toxic masculinity yet. And then, oh, the best a man can get is this black guy. Very hand-selected. As you hear the words, the best a man can... It's the black guy. How long was that debated in the board meeting? How long? Could have put an Asian in there, could have put a Hispanic, could have put a white. They didn't.
To hold other men accountable.
Holding other men accountable. For what precisely? For what? Behavior? Okay, I guess we're not talking about criminal behavior because we do that already. There are rules that govern people's conduct. If you violate those rules, you will be punished. Okay, but maybe there are minor infractions, things that are just faux pas, not cool, inappropriate, and you want us to police other men. Okay, show us. Show us how that is done.
Smile, sweetie. Come on.
Smile, sweetie. So this is like what, a Girls Gone Wild type dude? And it's a white guy with a white cameraman, and here comes a black mulatto to save the day.
To say the right thing.
So we go from the best a man can get, and it's a black guy, to the football player chastising all men, he's black. Then we cut to black mulatto walking in to teach the two white dudes how to be better at being a man. And now we come to, oh my god, it's Taylor Swift if she had TNA. And let's see what happens here.
Act the right way.
Bro, not cool.
Okay, oh my god. Another black man educating a white man on how to be a better man. Okay, guys, not even subtle, guys. It's not even close to being subtle. But this is particularly priceless. First of all, what was wrong with what this guy was doing? You didn't even give him a chance to fuck up. He sees a girl like that, he's not supposed to react? He's not supposed to engage her? Why not? Why not? If it's respectful, I mean, how do you think people meet each other? How do you think shit happens in this world? Let's say she had a boyfriend. Probably did. She brushes him off. He needs to take the hint and go away. Fine. But to say you can't say hello, you can't engage? Why? The fuck is your problem? You just engaged him. Hey, stellar black guy with earring. Why are you engaging a total stranger, but he's not allowed to? You just broke the touch barrier. He didn't even get a chance to do that. He probably wouldn't have. And this is incredible to me because we know that the people that are prone to catcalling and to engaging in women in what these people, the makers of this commercial, would consider a disrespectful fashion, are blacks. Did you guys not see the study of that girl walking through a neighborhood? And it was always the black guys who were like, hey baby, yo. Okay, I just spoke Ebonics to you. Let me translate what I just said for my white audience. Hello, woman. How are you doing? That's the translation. And to pretend like it's white men who are the problem here is fascinating to me. When you look at stats like this, these are the rape stats between white men and black men. These numbers have been normalized. So this is based on if the population of whites was the same as the population of blacks. Currently it's 63% to 13.2%. This is what the numbers of rapes would look like if the populations were equal. Okay? So maybe this message should be going towards blacks way more than whites. So they hand-selected a black guy to chastise a white guy about sexual misconduct. Oh, that's ripe. That's fucking precious.
Cool.
Some already are. In ways big
Yo, men,
and small.
I am strong.
Another black guy teaching young thugs how to be men and shake hands after fighting. And the people featured in that video, next to none of those kids had fathers. But of course now we cut to great black dad. Wow, this is very inclusive. You seem to have some sort of a boner for the 13.2% in this commercial. Is this commercial for Nigeria or America? What the fuck is going on here? 13.2 is not a large percentage. For example, my penis is only 13.2% of my body mass. It's not a huge amount.
I am strong.
Oh, you're strong? Okay, how much you bench? How much you squat? I'll answer that for you. You don't bench shit. You haven't benched a thing in your life, woman. So stop the lies. God damn it.
But some is not enough.
It's not how we treat each other, okay?
Oh my god, what a noble thing. That father broke up a fight between two kids. What a great idea. That's never occurred to me before. Thanks, Gillette. You guys are saving the planet.
Because the boys watching today.
That kid could play any kid in a horror film. Red Ram, Red Ram. I'm watching The Shining tonight.
Will be the men.
This kid is very cute and all, and I know he's trying to learn how to be a man and soak up what his role model is doing, but he really needs to clock back into the rice fields.
Of tomorrow.
And we end with a ginger. It's only by challenging ourselves to do more that we can get closer to our best. So, being your best, it's really a journey. You never are your best. You're kind of shit. You need to do better. You know what's interesting, though? This font. This font, I've studied fonts, okay? I'm PhD level, all right? All right? This is a feminine font. Look at the width of the text. Look at the kerning. You don't even know what kerning is. I'm not even going to explain to you what kerning is. Look it up yourself, you twat. I don't speak down to my audience. They must rise up. So this is sort of feminine. It's elegant. This ad is trying to... It's almost like they're going for the moms or, I don't know, the wives. Do they assume that they buy the razors? Or is this supposed to appeal to the pussified men? God damn it. They really went for it, didn't they? You gotta give them credit. They took a stance and they just ripped. They gripped and ripped. It hasn't turned out that well. Okay, so look at the Gillette logo. Look at the text. Look at the kerning. You see how it's closer together? It's powerful. Large, thick letters. Oh my God. It's all phallic. It's a series of phalluses. Oh. Okay, let's look at an old Gillette commercial from 1991 to compare. Okay, already I'm sweating. I feel like doing sit-ups. I feel like doing a search in my porn website for just big tits. Because I want to be an American who flies a fucking jet through a city. And I want to fap to big tits. That's who I am. Okay, Gillette, hit me with your criticism of all men. Go.
If you've never experienced the thrill of Mach 3, it's wake-up time. Introducing Mach 3 from Gillette, the first triple-blade shaving system. 3 blades positioned to shave progressively closer.
Look at that technology. Oh my God. Way ahead of its time.
You take 1 stroke, it takes 3, so you don't have to shave over and over, which means less...
Wait, you just showed a white man? The hero is a white man? They didn't have a black guy early. Hold on, let me see.
If you've never experienced the
Did you see this? Look at this. A white guy with a white woman? You didn't put an interracial couple? God damn it. Systemic racism, man.
Thrill of Mach 3. It's wake-up time. Introducing Mach 3 from Gillette, the first triple-blade shaving system. 3 blades positioned to shave progressively closer. You take 1 stroke, it takes...
Gillette, why is it that the skin in your little display here is white? What is that? Are you saying white is the norm? Are you saying white is the default? Are you saying it's a white supremacy thing? Wow.
Irritation, 3 blades. Fewer strokes, less irritation.
And look at the font on Mach 3. Do you see that? It matches the font on the Gillette, although it is italicized. And it has these sort of action lines next to the M. And the italicization, is that right? Is that even a word? Sounds like it's from Italy. What it does is it makes it seem like it's in motion. It's moving. We are men on the go, man. We don't have time. I want big, bold letters because I'm big and bold and I'm living a big, strong, thick life. Don't give me your little text. Don't give me that. Don't give me your fonts. I don't want your fucking thin-ass font. I don't want my letters all spaced out. I want my letters smashed up next to each other, like my dick smashes up next to my thigh. In fact, I want it overlapping. Put the 3 on top of the fucking H. That's manly.
Mach 3.
Oh, what a shock. It's heteronormative.
From Gillette.
The best. So what did we see there? We saw a commercial that is inspirational. We're supposed to want to be those men. Did it need to be said that those men are against bullying, against sexual assault, against rape, against demeaning or disrespecting women? Was it necessary to say that, or should we have assumed that? Half those dudes had women in their lives. They seemed to have their shit together, those women. They were attractive, they were functional. I kind of trust their judgment. Why would they be with the guy if he was a complete asshole and psychopath? It's very strange that Gillette didn't think to tell us that all those things are bad. They assumed it. Those were the good old days. Now we have no benefit of the doubt. You are guilty until proven virtuous. And how can you prove your virtuosity? By announcing it. We call that virtue signaling. That's what Gillette is doing. That's what they want you to do. Call out toxic masculinity, call out the bad men, and then in so doing, you become the good man. This is the game plan. This is some sickening SJW philosophy leaking into corporate America yet again. I'm fucking over it. I'm over it. Am I gonna stop using Gillette? Nah. Maybe I'll try Dollar Shave Club eventually one day. I haven't made the switch. And it's not that big of a deal. But it is funny. It is highly tactical, what they've done. Highly. It is propaganda. I will react to it. This is one of many Gillette videos. Gillette Criticism is Unstoppable is the new name of the channel, because I'm doing another video and another and another. It's all Gillette all the time. There are 2019 is the year of Gillette. What does Penn Gillette think of this? Can we get his response? Anyway, hope you're doing well, and I will see you later with my next Gillette video. Bye.